Beauty of animals. Beauty of insects and strange animals like human beings are found on the earth. Beauty of vegetation with beauty flowers are found on the earth. It's only place we all call home. It's our home planet, Earth. It is the third planet from the Sun. Earth is the only planet in our solar system having liquid water on its surface. This planet has been called Earth for at least 1,000 years. While other planets were named after Greek and Roman gods and goddesses, Earth is a different story. The word Earth originates from German and simply means the ground. Earth has an average temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, equivalent to 59 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very livable temperature. Since the temperature permits liquid water to exist for long periods of time, Earth is a very unique planet. The majority of our planet is covered with liquid water. You cannot find this on other planets in our solar system. Around 3.8 billion years ago, the huge oceans of the Earth provided an ideal setting for the emergence of life. However, it's sad to say the effects of climate change the characteristics of our planet that make it so amazing for supporting life. How big is our planet? Earth is the largest of the 4 terrestrial planets and the 5th largest planet in the entire solar system, with a radius of 3959 miles, equivalent to 6371 kilometers. The Earth is about 93 million miles or 150 million kilometers away from the Sun. It takes about 8 minutes for light to travel from the Sun to the Earth. One Earth rotation takes 23.9 hours, and one Earth orbit of the Sun takes 365.25 days. This extra quarter of a day challenges our calendar system. Our calendar system counts a year as 365 days. We add 1 day in every 4 years in February to maintain the calendar in line with our orbit around the Sun. That day is called a leap day, and a leap year is the year the leap day is added to. The Earth's axis is tilted by 23.4 degrees in relation to the plane of Earth's orbit around the Sun. The cycle of season we experience here is caused by this tilt. The northern hemisphere is inclined toward the Sun for a portion of the year, while the southern hemisphere is tilted away. The north experiences summer because solar heating is stronger there due to the Sun being high in the sky. Meanwhile, the south experiences winter because of less direct sun heating. The situation is different 6 months later. Both hemispheres experience nearly equal quantities of heat from the Sun during the start of spring and fall. This cycle of season repeats itself over and over again. Only Earth has a single moon among the planets that have moons. The most prominent and well-known object in the night sky is our moon. Thanks to the moon, our Earth is such a wonderful place to live. The moon reduces the warmth of our planet, which over millions of years has made the climate less erratic. The Earth has no ring. The Earth has four major layers: the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. The inner core is a solar sphere with a radius of 759 miles or 1221 kilometers. It is comprised of iron and nickel alloys. The temperature in the inner core reaches 98 degrees Fahrenheit or 5400 degrees Celsius. The outer core encircles the inner core. This layer, which is the form of fluid including iron nickel, is around 1400 miles, equivalent to 23 kilometers thick. The mantle, the thickest layer, sits between the outer core and crust. It is 1800 miles, equivalent to 2900 kilometers thick. It is hot and thick molten rock. The Earth's crust, which is the topmost layer, is around 30 kilometers, equivalent to 19 miles deep. The crust is thinner and spans roughly 3 miles, equivalent to 5 kilometers from the ocean floor to the top of the mantle at the ocean's bottom. Mountains, valleys, and volcanoes are formed on the Earth. Huge shifting plates make up the lithosphere of the Earth, which is composed of the upper mantle as well as the continental crust and the oceanic crust. For instance, the North American plate is moving west over the Pacific Ocean basin, and its pace is roughly equivalent to how our fingernails grow. When plates contact to create mountains, grind past one another, ride up of one another, or split apart, earthquakes occur. Nearly 7% of the surface of the globe is made up of the global ocean, with the average depth of roughly 2.5 miles or 4 kilometers, and this ocean is home to 97% of the world's water. These waters cover almost all of the volcanoes on Earth. The Mauna Kea volcano in Hawaii is taller than Mount Everest from the foot to the peak, yet the most of it is submerged. At the bottom of the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans sits the longest mountain range on Earth. It is 4 times longer than the Andes, Rockies, and Himalayas combined. 78% of the atmosphere on Earth's surface is nitrogen, 21% is oxygen, and 1% is made up of argon, carbon dioxide, and neon. The atmosphere influences both the short-term and long-term local weather on Earth. It also protects us from a lot of dangerous solar radiation. It shields us from meteoroids, since most of them burn up in the atmosphere before striking the surface as meteorites. When you see meteors in the night sky, these are meteorites burning. This is the Earth, our beautiful home.